I'ma do it my own way. Squid in the ocean, swimming all alone. Ain't nobody telling me where to go. Living free, gotta stay true to myself. No need for interference from anyone else. Squid pro quo, that's the way to be. Living on my terms, setting myself free. I'ma to my baby, protecting with my no government intrusion. I control my life.
Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to another. Holy Jesus! Light just flickered. That was weird. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! So I wasn't planning on streaming tonight. I scheduled it and then I was like not feeling it. I'm really tired, and I wasn't gonna plan on it. I checked Pacer about 4 o'clock. Like 10 after 4 or something like that. And there was nothing. But I'm like, I got a feeling with everything going on, there's gonna be something. And guess what? There was something. MaxLab, thank you for alerting me that Pacer something dropped on Pacer, and it's another motion from Bubbles. It is only 4 pages, so this one will be quick. But coming to the stage with me is Georgie.
Hi, everybody. Hi, beautiful.
and hey, everyone. If you're on my channel, Georgie is dual streaming it over on her channel. Go over there and drop her a like and a subscribe. And if you're over there, come on over and just say hi over here and drop a like. Help me with the algorithm. Help me compete with some of these larger channels. I'm working on it, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I was not prepared for my regular stream tonight anyway, because there's so many things that I want to cover that I'm like, I have little bits of information about each thing I want to cover, but I haven't like deep dived into any of them. And that's where I'm like, I don't want to cover it because I don't, you know what I mean? Like, when you only half-assed a topic and you're like, I'm not comfortable presenting this because I haven't fully dived into it. Well, guess what? Content Krampus shall giveth, even in 2025. And I am a little bit in mourning today because for those of you who follow sports ball, mainly baseball, Bob Uecker died today. So 2025 can kiss my white ass. Just saying.
It has been a crappy year already, huh?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Bob Uecker is the longtime radio announcer of the Milwaukee Brewers, my hometown team. While being in many movies, he is in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. He is he was a living legend. And yeah. So we are going to get into this this I actually remembered to monetize my stream tonight too. So there's that. Oh, and I got my Vice's wine tumbler in the mail today. So I'm very happy about that. I have no wine in the house, but I have a wine tumbler. So we are going to get into this. Yes, and Max brings up a very good point. Bruce is trying to delay everything and trying to remove the judge, sadly. Yeah, he's just trying to but the thing is what he doesn't understand is the more motions he files, the more he annoys the judge, because all of his motions are, I'm not a lawyer, but I've read enough legal documents to know when something is easily readable, the judge thinks if I think it's easily readable, the judge does too. Oh yes, something new dropped. Something new.
Yes.
Yes. It is quick. It is only 4 pages. Yeah. I just got a message from somebody on Discord that is kind of
Well, I can't type.
Check private chat.
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to make because StreamYard doesn't work like Restream, so I have to create my own thumbnail from my side. That's weird to me.
Sorry. Well, it's one thing. It's kind of the same thing for me when someone sends me a Restream link, and that's one of the reasons that I don't that's one of the reasons that I don't dual stream really ever. Partially because it splits views, and like when I'm on somebody else's channel, I just like to give them all the views. So
that's why I did it, Miss Linda, because you had asked me to, because you needed more time with your mom.
Mm-mm. Hey, Tressa, how are you? And hey, Jeannie, how is everything going? Thanks for the text the other night. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Max did put the caveat message of watch it get denied before noon.
I guarantee you we'll get this read tonight, and we'll have another document from the judge in the morning.
Yeah, and that's kind of I put a community post on my page about not streaming tonight because it was family time. Like I was all cuddled up on the couch with the entire family. And it was quite nice. And then it was like I knew there would be some document drops, and like as much as I wanted to do tonight's stream for the regular topic, it's kind of like I just knew that I'd be doing this either early tomorrow morning or, tomorrow afternoon. And I'm like, Fridays are my day where I don't schedule anything. Generally, Fridays are my day where it's like when breaking news happens that I don't have to move around streams or cancel anything. So this Bubbles is a whiny little bitch.
You ain't lying.
The more Deuce submits crap motions, the more likely the addition to the defendant motion gets ruled on pretty quickly. And the judge still has about 2 weeks. I did. I haven't written you back yet because I'm here, but I got it. So we'll talk. Notice the top doesn't say Gainesville Division. That's a very, very good point.
Notice Bubbles didn't put that in there when it's supposed to be in there.
Yeah, and so going into that, if we really want to really quickly just dive into that. When is the last time Shockit filed a motion? The documents. So this is Shockit's motion. I'm bringing it up just for this is a motion filed by Shockit.
Well, not on screen yet.
Well, I'm working on it. I had to make it bigger because when I share my window and I share PDFs, it's not like a regular or a tab that I can hit stop share this screen and quickly change. I have to stop sharing one screen and share the other. It's not fun. But this was the motion from Shockit about the motion to compel the production of documents. And as Cindy so thoughtfully pointed out, this is Shockit's motion.
It says Gainesville Division.
Mm-hmm. And going back to Bruce's motion, anybody see an obvious difference? Oh, Musey, you're fine. We will definitely talk. We will definitely talk. Does this goof ever stop? I'm not sure. I'm really, really, really not sure. However,
I don't think he does.
However, we will get into this. All right. Request to excuse mandatory mediation. Sometimes you just need to just stop and admit that you're gonna have to travel. Like I have a feeling this is going to be an extension of yesterday's or the whenever day it was. I'm getting all my days mixed up. Yesterday's whininess about funds and having to travel. Oh my god. Oh, bless their little hearts.
If he didn't want to travel, he should have never put his nose where it doesn't belong.
If you don't want to travel, well, not him having to travel, but also like the poor John and Lynette who don't have any money to travel. You if you don't want to get slapped with a lawsuit, stop doing things that make people want to sue you. So, okay, request to excuse mandatory mediation. Oh, reading is hard. Pursuant to paragraph 9, I'm assuming that's I of the final scheduling order to referral to mediation, document 37, for those of you paying attention to the docket, the defendants respectfully request the court to excuse mandatory mediation for good cause. First, the defendant's pending motions to dismiss under Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 12b-6 direct at 4 of the 6 counts of the operative complaint, if granted, would eliminate much of the plaintiff's potential damaged claims. Claimed damages. Oh, dyslexia too. Not only can I not read, I've developed dyslexia tonight. The defendants filed their 12b-6 motion September 7th and believe those counts fail to state a claim and cannot be cured by amendment. This was demonstrated by the plaintiff's inability in his deposition to identify any statement by either the defendant containing a threat of extortion or any actions by the defendant constituting tortious interference.
Oh, dear.
Dear Lord, I know I don't have a law dictionary, but neither does Bubbles. Because there is a lot of things, in my opinion, that he said that were claims of extortion.
Oh, Bad Duck. That's
Bad
rude.
Duck, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. Where you been, buddy? How are you? And Hong Hero, thank you for the $2 super chat. As always, my $2 super chat, dude. I can always count on you to at least not work for free. Appreciate you. And hey, Carol. Hey, Mercedes. Alrighty. Like, I just can't. Like,
he either gets hung up on the tortious interference or he gets hung up on the signs. But this case is about everything, not just those two things. But these are the two things Bruce is hung up on.
Bad Duck was actually on the first ever live stream that I was ever on Flux's channel. So Bad Duck helped or has been trolling me and making fun of me since literally day one I was ever on a live stream on YouTube. Just a question. If you have mandatory court appearances and you have done due diligence in finding qualified caregiver for your dependent, can CPS assist you in finding such care?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Possibly. I don't know if I'd actually want to, though, because no matter what, the less you ever have to interact with CPS, no matter if you are, the greatest parent in the world or you are the biggest shitbag in the world, like, the less you have any government involvement in who takes care of your children, I believe the better off society is as a whole. But, I mean, and I'm sure there are, there's like care.com where you can find like qualified babysitters and things that people are, that are qualified to, qualified caregivers, who are vetted and background checked. Only out of love. Yeah, and Bad Duck, you were actually on my channel. You were on the same stream that Jeff was on. So, And I literally got the message from Max Lab that said there was a new document. I literally came and looked, set it up, and made my thumbnail within 5 minutes. So
And kidnap me in the process.
I didn't kidnap
Man, we
you.
getting them super chats tonight.
You're not taped to a chair tonight. That was yesterday.
But I like being taped to a chair.
That's you what you do behind closed doors. It's none of my
I like
business.
what you do to me behind closed doors, Squid.
Chat derailed in 3, 2, 1. Georgie opens her mouth. Allie, thank you for the £5. At this rate, the judge will add bubbles to a defendant just to stop all the pointless emotions.
That would be
Allie,
nice.
you bring up a really good point. Really good point. But it's I mean, Suzanne 7IB Callie. I watched enough of Megan's stream last night before I passed out before I did whatever I did that I read Megan's Megan's thing of how to pronounce your name. 7IB Callie. I got it. That's why I always just called you Suzanne, because I didn't want to mess it up.
Ow. Thank you, Suzanne.
Good evening, Georgie. How does it feel to get super chats, Georgie?
It is nice. Now, if AdSense would just get their tails in gear and let me set my payment up, we'd be in business.
Yeah, that it took a good they sent my confirmation thing pin to my house at the same time that Hurricane Helene happened.
Ooh.
So I literally had to wait an extra 4 to 5 weeks. So it's
that
it'll
finally came in this morning. I got that this morning and got that set up. Now I'm just waiting for them to give me the rest of my stuff.
A man went to the emergency room with 25 doctors reported his condition is stable. Jesus. I just can't. Why? Why? And thank you, Robert, for the $5. Hey, my two favorite girls together, Squid and our sweet little baby Squid. And sweet baby girl. They were planning on JH to settle, man. Did they get fooled? Now they're sweating ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and that's also when you do, that's the pain of getting sued. Sometimes you just gotta do.
So, fun fact with her being on EBT, I'm not 100% sure if they do it in Florida, but I know here in Tennessee, when you go through the food stamp office, you can actually request for help with sitters and temporary time in daycare.
Interesting. And Dutch said in CPS in Pennsylvania can provide you, it can if you provide a medical condition. So we'll I'm sure it'll get figured out because it always does. So all right, let's get back into this.
Thank you, Patrick. Floaty's money so you don't drown in content.
Chat likes being derailed, though. Come on, let's read it as almost Megan time. Yeah, I know.
I'm sure you have them set up to go to Tug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
My Adventures on Home Brain. Hey, Squid and Georgie. Here's funds for bananas and cookies for baby Squid. She always...
Yes.
She ate the last one today, and she threw a hissy fit because I wouldn't give her more. And Patrick, a $2 super chat on your stream. Floaties money so you don't drown in content.
I definitely need floaties because I can't swim.
If the parent proves there is no one able or trained to care for the child during a court appearance in PA, they do provide child care, and that becomes a chat show. All right. The defendants believe those claims cannot proceed under the standard governs. And here's the thing. Good thing Megan and Tug are always 12 minutes late at a minimum. So we got a little bit more time.
Right.
We got a little bit more time. Oh my god. Oh, Slug, you're hilarious.
I'm lost at where we're at. So
tortious interference was the last thing we
Oh,
talked about, and
where he was having
he has his priorities all wrong. Like
Zohan.
he's just got his priorities just wrong.
Zohan, I will gladly take all of her monies. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, got a question. With all the accusations about John and such, WTF is the kid staying in the car with him when Lynette is in court? Yeah, that's a question that I that's a question that we could go down a deep rabbit hole, but that is more for Georgie's stream because that is her area of content that she is focusing on than I am not.
The CVS part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The defendants believe those claims cannot proceed under the standards governing 12b-6, and that it is thus premature to mediate without knowing whether those claims will remain in the case. No. That's not how this works.
Me turn.
You mediate. You mediate as if the case is going on as it is. And then guess what? You didn't waste any time and you don't have to go back and do more. Like,
Second, the defendants intend to file their own damages claims for themselves and Preston's minor child against the plaintiff under 18 U.S.C. 2261 AB, as well as state common law claims of harassment, defamation, invasion of privacy, intrusion, publication of private information, and misappropriation of images, intentional infliction of emotional distress, malicious prosecution, and other claims. These claims arise from the plaintiff having targeted the defendants in nearly 200 YouTube videos since May 2023 and ongoing. Taking their lives and...
Oh my god, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine.
Focusing on all the wrong things. He is not focusing. He is focusing on YouTube content. Jeremy's, whether you like Jeremy or whether you hate Jeremy, has nothing is not a thing in this case. It's Jeremy makes content about his life. When this is his life, this is his content. Whether you hate him or you don't, or you love him, like, he makes content about his life. This issue has been this issue has been invading his life for years. So therefore, he made content before he met them. So it's not like he met them, had problems with them, and then started a YouTube channel to make content about them.
Exactly.
I could see being like, okay, this is weird. But like, he has his content about his life, and these mofos have invaded his life, whether intentionally or by accident. I just can't. Like, this is where his priorities. He's so focused on the content, all while being on a YouTube channel almost every night.
Creating content. Exactly.
Yeah, this right here. It just makes you want to yeah. All right, there you go.
Like Kevin said, Lynette screwed people long before she met JH. So this is a pattern for her, and he's stopping it with him.
Yeah, and she just seemed to start drama with a person that could not only stop you with the amount of money that they have to sue you, however, they can also make you internet infamous.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like, yeah, that's the problem. Like, they can make you internet infamous. And that is what they're having a problem with.
That's the thing, though. She wanted that 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, this is not the 15 minutes she wanted, though. She wanted everybody to be... From what I've read I can only take things at face value from the documents. But from the documents... She wanted that channel. She had a channel. She wanted some clout. And guess what, lady? This is not the 15 minutes that you wanted. You wanted everybody to be, oh, this, oh, that, look at this, look at that, look at this, and not, look at that. You see this? Do you want this? Because this is what I got to deal with. Like, oh, yeah, she picked the wrong. She finally picked on someone with real income. Problem is that she's not getting anything from Jeremy. Yeah, that's there's the other
The
thing
whole
too.
part.
Like, hey Blossom, how are you? And like I said, I've tried to remain neutral, and I've had people continue to comment on my videos like, you try to remain neutral, but you're not. Well, when one side attacks you and the other side says, I know you don't always agree with us, but you do you, boo-boo, you kind of you kind of want to agree more with the people who didn't attack your family. Just a thing, like when people attack my family, I don't tend to want to be their friends. Just all right.
Making their lives into an online spectacle for entertainment and profit. There would be no reasonable expectation that mediation could resolve the disputes between the parties considering these impending claims.
That is the most true statement he's ever put in any document I've ever read from him. I do agree that mediation isn't going to solve this. However,
No.
just because mediation is not going to solve this doesn't mean the judge isn't going to try. It's like when you have a neck problem and the doctor says go to PT, and he knows that PT is not going to solve your problem. You need surgery, but he kind of has to take all them little steps first. This is that. The judge knows that
Not
shit ain't
only
gonna work.
mediation is also not going to work because Lynette and them don't want to pay up.
That's true too. Mediation costs money. So even Switzerland got bombed in World War II. That is true. If you're not laughing at my jokes, I'll just assume you're a bomb critic. We like dark. You know me, Bad Duck. We like dark humor because dark humor is how we cope with all the crap in the world. Like yeah. Oh, all right.
Third, although claims for vexatious litigation based on the present action would be premature because it has not yet terminated, the defendants believe the present lawsuit is vexatious and contrive to fulfill the plaintiff's YouTube storyline that have made the defendants and Preston's young child the involuntary subjects of nearly 200 videos since May 2023. I pulled a U.
Are you losing brain cells too?
Yes. In addition to the above listed claims, the defendants will add claims for vexatious litigation if and when, as they expect, the present lawsuit terminates in their favor. Everything's running together when I read for bubbles. There is no reasonable expectation that mediation could lead to a resolution of the disputes between the parties because any settlement of the present lawsuit would be, he missed a word, would be prejudiced, in fact, defeat the ability of the defendants to pursue their vexatious litigation claims. Finally, defendants are indigent and cannot afford the cost of formal mediation. They do not have the money. They did not choose for the plaintiff to sue them.
The cease and desist didn't give you a hint?
I mean, yeah, no kidding. All you had to do was shut the hell up and leave the man alone. But no. You kept going. You all kept going.
I'll take over.
Okay.
But this part is sort of true. Like, there is no reasonable expectation that mediation could lead to a resolution. That is true. Like, that's my question right there. I think that's the number one question on everybody's mind. So where's the money? Yep, this is definitely another.
Honestly, I think it's a question for her too. She's been asking them, "Where's my money?"
That might very well be the case. Yeah. If there arises a prospect of settling, they are open to settlement conference with magistrate whenever it would be appropriate. See Doc 37. Additionally, the parties may request a settlement conference before magistrate judge in lieu of mediation. The defendant's limited means should be considered in excusing them from costly mediation that is unlikely to succeed. If they were actually of limited means, I would say that's true, except for the fact that people have been fundraising for them, and if they say that this fundraising is for them, then you can't claim that somebody's lying. Let's put it that way. So, More so, given the plaintiff's publicly stated purpose of using this litigation to inflict financial burden on them. For all of these reasons, the defendants respectfully request that mandatory mediation be excused at this time. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. But he filed this, I want to say did I write it down the last day for, mediation is supposed to be completed by February 15th. I have all these in my, my good old planner. Like, so I have all the dates of most of the trials that I'm following as far as like when things are due. Whenever there's a scheduling order, I schedule. So there was that really, really fun and quite possibly that is the most accurate motion that he's ever filed. In the sense of, I believe him that mediation ain't gonna work. I can honestly agree with him on that. Because mediation ain't gonna work. But not for the reasons that he's stating. Not for the reason that he's stating. Oh, little one's having her diaper changed. It's January 15th. I wrote it down that the completion of mediation, not the start of mediation. The completion of mediation is supposed to be February 15th, according to the scheduling order. So it's are you going to cause trouble?
Patrick W. said, holy shit, he might actually get a motion granted.
Yeah, and this might be the one that actually gets this one might actually be the one that gets granted, but not for the reasons that Bubbles believes.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if this gets granted, it's because the judge knows that, one, it's not going to work, and two, there's more defendants, so the entire scheduling order has to be re-upped. And I believe the judge is the kind of person who will not waste money and time if he knows that something's not going to
work.
Yeah. Like if he knows that, well, we're adding 5 defendants. So if we're adding 5 defendants, why mediate? Because it changes the whole face of the case, the whole face of the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
So, and sorry, Lori, there are multiple Loris who just go by Lori. So,
yeah.
Like, and I think the problem people do that on purpose.
Dang it.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. I just believe that this judge, like, he doesn't strike me as the kind to waste time and effort just for the sake of wasting time. Like, everybody has it's just like there's so many variables here. And if he's going to grant that motion to add the defendants, it's going to change the whole timeline of the case, which would make mediation between just Jeremy and John and Lynette a moot point.
Yeah.
And would literally be a waste of everybody's time and money. So I believe that would be a waste of time, but not, and I believe this will get granted, but not for the reasons that Bubbles wants.
With this motion, it was, hi, Shara.
Hi, Shara. How are you tonight?
Holy cow, she's on my side.
Yeah, I know. She's on your channel.
Sweet songbird. With this motion, I feel like it was a race to whether Bubbles did it first or Randy done it first, because we all know mediation was never going to work anyway.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy already said he's not settling, and that's what mediation is to come to a settling point.
Yeah, I believe that I believed from the beginning that mediation was a completely moot point and was never going to work. However, sorry if I always compare things to the medical world, but that's my comfort zone. So like, that's where I if I try to put it in terms of medical and how a hospital system works, it makes more sense to me and I can easily explain it. It's like when you go to the doctor and you like your arm hurts or your shoulder hurts and the doctor's got a 99.9% certainty that you're going to need surgery. But surgery is not the first option ever because it's expensive and it's debilitating in other ways. So it's one of those like you have to do it, but you know it's not going to work. So in this case, now that someone did someone actually wrote a motion to cancel mediation, he might actually get his way. And this might be the only one that he wins.
And with us already having dates for these other depots, do you think maybe even though they're deposing them as witnesses, would that help for the judge to grant or deny the motion to add them as defendants? Maybe.
Can you? Sorry, so Kevin, who is Dennis Motion? I was telling, I'm not in studio, so I can't tag people. So I just wrote Dennis. It's about because Dennis asked what this stream was about and what the motion was about. So I try. Yes, this right here. Thank you, Shara, for doing what you can to help this baby girl. And it's like it's just one of those things of like you when you know, like it's just like. And people are like, you're trying to extort her. You're bringing her into a situation she's not in. She lives in that house. She lives with those people. She's automatically involved, whether we like it or not. Like, there is no way she's not involved. I do have to get going. And Tug and Megan should be starting in a couple of minutes. Because I always say they run 12 minutes late. So I always like, when I'm streaming before them. And I wanted to make sure we got this out. Pacer is not free. Pacer charges 10 cents a page. The account, like I made my account I want to say like I signed up for an account in May of last year. I didn't get access until after the 4th of July. So it takes a good couple months of time. I don't know what all that time takes if they have to vet you or whatever. But they charge you 10 cents a page. So I get billed every time. That's why Max, I love you, bud. But that's why it was like, you don't need to send me screenshots because then it's a waste of money for us both. And if, you might as well not spend money that I'm going to spend anyway. And you know what I mean? Like, at least I get ad revenue and people super chat me so I can kind of make up that money. And I'll drop all these documents on, and I will drop the Maya documents from earlier onto the Discord server. So, oh, Cynthia, you're okay, but you're in hospital. Oh, 2025 can go F itself.
Right?
Yes. And Shara is in the other chat. So when I see messages for Shara, I'm trying to Tug is live now. All right. We are going to call it a day. And we are going to redirect over to Tug. I need to make sure that the little is good because I think Mr. Squid was trying to change her diaper and she was freaking out. So, because we're at that time where like we're starting to potty train, but like she's not liking diaper changes and they're very, very difficult. So y'all have a great night. Yeah, Tug has a long intro, so that kind of gives me a little time. But I like one of his intro songs I really, really, really like. So we are going to go over there. I will see you over there in a bit. Bye, guys.
I'm redirecting too. Bye, guys.